Hi folks, Dan Bidondi, TruthRadioShow.com. We got breaking news right out of here of the state of Rhode Island, and this is huge, folks, really huge. This is the making of a false flag right here. Press release right here by Rhode Island State Representative, House Minority Leader Patricia Morgan, who also happens to be a candidate for the governor's seat here in the state of Rhode Island this year. Anyhow, she's exposing here from this press release and the FOIA request, exposing the Rhode Island Attorney General's Peter Killmartin, how he failed to put criminals, that's right, dangerous criminals' names on the FBI's NICS system. And the NICS system, everybody knows, is a National Instant Criminal Background Check System, known as NICS. And with a FOIA request here back in March 27, 2018, to the FBI, Mrs. Morgan here requested the number of individuals reported to the NICS system by the Rhode Island Attorney General office on April 23, 2018. She received a response from the FBI stating, "We're unable to locate records for your response to your request." And this implies that the Attorney General has failed to report individuals to the NICS system. And as everybody knows, the NICS system was launched back in 1998 and is accredited with stopping over 2.4 million dangerous individuals from purchasing firearms. Anyone purchasing a firearm in a gun store must submit an NICS background check. So everybody knows you go into a gun store, you submit a background check, you got to wait 7 days for a reply, and they let the gun store know, hey, yes or no, if these people are able to buy firearms. And it's been working very well for the states that do comply. But however, we have right here in the state of Rhode Island, our Attorney General, Peter Killmartin, failed to do this. And his response is, when she asked for these numbers, she didn't ask for names, she just wanted the numbers. They responded back to her, oh, it's classified information. They kept stonewalling her over and over and over again until she went to the FBI to get a number. And then the FBI says, we haven't got no numbers. They had never submitted numbers. So this is very dangerous, folks. And if you read between the lines, folks, this and the other information here, you're looking at the making of a false flag right here. Because we got politicians here in Rhode Island Governor Gina Raimondo, who is hell-bent, along with Peter Killmartin, the Attorney General, many state senators, many other politicians, hell-bent on pushing gun control here in Rhode Island because they've been failing for the last several years. Because myself, Rhode Island Second Amendment Coalition, and many other brave individuals have boldly been standing up, exposing fraud, exposing corruption here in Rhode Island, and keeping our gun rights here in the state of Rhode Island, storming the State House every time with thousands of people to support the gun rights. So what they were hoping for, because these politicians have openly stated, we don't want guns in schools, okay? They even try to push bills through that made it people who have concealed firearm permits, you can't go to the kids' school to pick your kids up or go into the school with your firearm. And forever, even right now, law-abiding citizens who have a concealed firearms permit are allowed to go to the schools, pick up their children, and go to meet with teachers, whatever. And there's never been a problem. Never, because they're law-abiding citizens. But anyway, they're hell-bent. They don't want no guns at the schools. They stated, we don't want police with guns in schools. We don't want security with guns in schools. We don't want teachers in guns in schools. We don't want the parents anywhere near the school if you have a legal firearm. So if you read between the lines, folks, they don't want the guns at the schools. They're allowing criminals here in Rhode Island, dangerous criminals, unreported to the FBI, so they can waltz into a gun store at any time, buy a legal firearm, hoping that they would go shoot up a school, hoping they would go shoot up some kind of venue and stage a mass shooting so they can use that as fuel. Look, there's a loophole. Look, they used a legal firearm. This is why we need gun control. And if that would have happened, folks, God forbid, but if that would have happened, the masses here in Rhode Island, the regular people that don't know any better, they would have been begging for gun control. Keep our kids safe. Oh, it was a legal gun, forget it. But right here, thanks to the efforts, the brave efforts of Patricia Morgan, again, running for governor of Rhode Island here, and one of her colleagues there, State Representative Sherry Roberts, thanks to the efforts exposing this, and exposing the corruption. And Mrs. Morgan did a great job. And I'm going to put the links here and put the articles, the PDFs here on the description there and everything. And folks, this is huge. A press release by Patricia Morgan exposing the Rhode Island Attorney General failing to do this. This is huge, folks. This is big. The Rhode Island Attorney General not only missed to do this, but he also put the lives of all our children on the line, all our lives on the line, knowing that thousands of convicted criminals here in the state of Rhode Island could legally go purchase a gun because they were never put on the list to the FBI to let them know they can't buy firearms. This is huge, folks, and getting read between the lines, and them hell-bent on taking the guns, them hell-bent keeping guns far away from schools, even from law enforcement. This is huge, folks. That's the making of a false flag right there. You read between the lines, it's right there in black and white. And folks, we, now more than ever, we're calling upon people from all over the country. We've been fighting these gun control bills here in Rhode Island. Big success, huge success here in Rhode Island. And we've been really storming the State House with thousands of us. But we want everybody in the nation, now more than ever, you need to get behind the Second Amendment. You need, parents out there, I know some of you are on the fence about this. You just want the safety for your children. We understand that. We're all people, we're gun owners, we're parents, we understand what you're talking about. We don't want our kids shot, we don't want your kids shot. But taking the guns away from people like us and like yourself, restricting our gun rights is not the way to go. So we need to band together and, we need to protect the Second Amendment, plain and simple. We need to put some kind of armed individuals at the schools. Now that's open for argument, and rightfully so. Who should be armed at the schools? Should it be teachers? Should it be armed security? Should it be police? Or should it be veterans, which I believe we should hire the veterans come out of the service who are already very well experienced in combat and firearms and good under pressure, to put them at the schools with firearms to protect our children. But that's open for discussion, and we'll love to hear from you and love to discuss that. But the thing is, bottom line is, we need armed security at the schools. Look at after 9/11. We armed all the airports, the bus stations, the train stations. So why can't we after Sandy Hook should have been it. After Columbine should have been it. We should have armed the schools. We should have fortified them. Now, I'm not saying like a military-style place. No, but have people there with concealed firearms that are very well trained to protect our children. So again, this is huge, folks. This is making of a false flag right here in the state of Rhode Island. And again, thanks for the efforts of Governor Candidate Patricia Morgan. This is huge, folks, and we need to get behind her in Rhode Island. We need to get behind all the good people here in Rhode Island and support them, especially November coming up, because we get the so-called blue wave on this. So we need to attack that blue wave with a November storm and vote these people out, because they're not about safety, folks, as they preach. Well, it's about safety, safety, safety. Give up your liberty for security. When Benjamin Franklin says any society that would give up their liberty to obtain security is going to get or deserve neither. So, and that is another reason why you should never give up or relinquish your Second Amendment. Dan Bidondi reporting from Rhode Island for TruthRadioShow.com. God bless. Remember, you are the resistance.